It's the Long Island Breakfast Club show. Grab a cup of coffee or hot cocoa. It's the Long Island Breakfast Club show. Grab a cup of Java or espresso. It's the Long Island Breakfast Club show. Tina Valentina is the host, you see. She's as classy as she can be. Grab a cup of coffee or espresso with the Long Island Breakfast Club show. I said rise and shine, get up and go. It's the Long Island Breakfast Club show. Grab a cup of coffee or espresso with the Long Island Breakfast Club show. Another cup of Java or espresso. Another cup of coffee or hot cocoa. It's the Long Island Breakfast Club show. It's the Long Island Breakfast Club show. It's the Long Island Breakfast Club show.
Good afternoon, everybody. It is Thursday, the last day of January, and it is cold. And it is National Corn Chip Day, which I brought some for my guests. You could have a little snack. And it also is National Puzzle Day. So, of course, you must realize today you either eat some chips and give some to your mate. And they're always made from cornmeal. And they're always baked or fried in oil. And National Puzzle Day is today. And it's all about exercising our brains with puzzles. And, you know, all about jigsaws, trivia, word searches, brain teasers. Now that I'm getting older, I have to start doing that because after 70, guys, it ain't easy. You forget things easily. So those are the national days. I have two terrific guests today. A man I've known forever, Michal Watt.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Coming.
Yeah, my pleasure.
This man has done everything on Long Island. I always called him Mr. Long Island. And he is described as an ongoing novelist now, but he's had very many hats.
A series of adventures, yes.
Yes.
Some more successful than others.
And now he wrote his first book?
First novel, yep.
First novel, and that's pretty much a big deal.
I'm very excited about it.
And I can't wait to look at it and see the cover. And he has something to say here. It says, speech is silver. What does that mean?
Well, there's an old saying, silence is golden, right? So the actual full saying is speech is silver, silence is golden. Reading, lovers own the silence is even better. So it's a Thomas Carlyle quote that I had a little fun with.
Okay. And then I lived in West Hempstead for many, many years, and I did not know this lady was my neighbor. And she has an organization called Designed by Me, DEE. Her name is Diana Conforti ZANELOTTI.
You got it.
So you must be Italian.
I am. Mm-hmm.
Both sides?
Yep, I'm a mix of everything.
You look Polish.
I'm a little bit of German, Swedish, Swiss, Italian, Balkan, Greek.
Wow, you
everything.
got a lot. And she makes these fantastic things and works with children, adults, and seniors, right?
Sure do.
And she's right down the block from where I used to live, and I didn't even know she was there. And I'm happy that we met, and so happy to have. Do we call you Dee or Diana?
You can call me Dee.
Dee. Okay.
Thanks for having me.
Yes. And she's full of bubbliness. And that's what we love on the show. And looking so pretty, really. I love your hair.
Thank you.
Do you put those curls in your hair to make it
No, I
look
had
like
this
this?
done special for you. Normally it's up in a bun.
Oh.
You know, if I showered, you're lucky. No, I'm kidding.
So, as you can see, you both have been here for the first time in years, right?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
And when you came the last time, what did this place look like? A lot different, right?
Well, it was, I think I mentioned to you, I have a very unique history.
Yes.
As a teenager, I spent a week clearing out this building. It was an old supermarket. And the fellow who owned the building needed everything cleared out. So for a week of my life, I spent by myself in this building, dismantling grocery store shelves. And Storingham, this is the old warehouse.
Wow,
So,
what a small,
yeah.
you never know, I swear to God.
it's not so surprising if you know me. There's
No,
always,
well,
there's always a story involved in
Yes,
something
there
I'm
is,
involved
and
in.
that's the nice thing about writing books is
Yeah.
there is always a story. I know a woman that wrote a book about all of her jewelry because she had very nostalgic old jewelry. But with each piece that she got, there was a story on how, why, and where.
Right.
So when people think about writing a book, they say, I can't write a book. Yes, you can.
No, there's a story. If you dig deep enough and you ask the right questions, there's a story behind everything.
Exactly. And it is not an easy thing, but it is not that hard. And I worked with Red Penguin Books, who is fabulous.
Yeah.
And Stephanie, we call the head penguin. I just saw her yesterday at a big event. And she helps you. Like, this was my first book. I didn't know Stephanie then.
Okay.
Okay? I spent more on this than I did on this book, which is huge.
Big
So
difference.
it's all about who you know and getting involved. So anyone out there can write a book. If you need help, you just let me know and we connect you. But let's start with you.
Sure.
Let's keep on the book roll first, okay? So I would like to see that book and hold it up.
Well, this is Lovers Own the Silence, and there's actually, talking about stories, there's a kind of an interesting story behind the name. I go to the gym fairly regularly, and there was one of the things that frustrates me when I go to the gym is everybody has the earbuds. And so
Yes.
you can't have spontaneous conversations with people. So one day I'm shaving in the men's locker room, and there's a fella standing next to me who doesn't have earbuds in, so I said hello. Never saw him before, never saw him after that, and he starts ranting. He says, "Who owns the silence? Who owns the silence?" Now I'm looking over his shoulder to see if there's anybody else in the locker room because I'm getting nervous. I'm in the corner. Then I was realizing, you know what, there's a reason why I'm having this experience. So I said, why don't you just shut up? And he goes off about who owns the silence. He says, you figure out who owns the silence. You know who runs the world. So I was driving to work and I was thinking, well, that's really kind of interesting. Because
Yeah,
if you
somebody
think
up
about
there,
it,
right?
well, that's the thing. Nobody owns the silence because there's nothing to own. And we live in an information where we're constantly being, we live in an age where we're constantly being bombarded with information. The internet, your phone, television, radio, there's always something going on, except when things are silent. And a lot of people are very uncomfortable in silence.
That's
they need
true.
to turn something on or to play music.
That is true. I don't want to be alone either
Right.
sometimes.
So
Yeah.
without giving away too much about the ending, there's a point where the woman and the man, the romantic element in the story, are having a very romantic moment. And it's quiet, and it spooks the woman. And he explains to her, listen, when you're in love, you're comfortable with each other. That's a real good sign of being in love, when you can sit with each other and in silence.
And then just watch a TV or, you know,
Well, no,
whatever.
just, that's the
Not
whole
even
thing,
that.
not
I
even
like
that.
the
You're
TV.
just, you're just sitting with each other and you're comfortable. And the irony there was, what really convinced me about that was the radio in my car crapped out about 10 years ago. And I had nothing to listen to on the way back and forth to work. And I was like, what am I gonna do? You know, you get 20-minute, 25-minute commute. And I found, after a couple of days, I was missing my exit because I'd be so engrossed in my thought process.
Oh, because you were thinking.
Because you're
alone.
thinking. So that's where the whole silence thing is, and it's gonna become really the cornerstone of working with people going forward. Is like, how comfortable are you when there's no noise, when there's nothing
Or
bombarding your
when
thought
somebody's
process?
gone, right?
Or when somebody's gone, yeah, that's an awful thing. You lose somebody, and all of a sudden they're not there anymore. That silence can be deafening, can be painful.
Yes.
And then, you know, the other analogy that I love, and Wayne Dyer talked about it all the time, was if you take a bucket of muddy water and you put it down and you leave it alone, all the mud settles to the bottom and you're left with a clear water on top. And that's, when you sit in silence, you're giving your brain a chance to have all the mud, all the monkeys chattering
And
in
go
your
down.
brain. They get tired and they calm down. And then all of a sudden you start thinking more clearly. And in that silence, that's when you tap into that higher power within you.
And what you want to do next, or
Well, you allow the thoughts to calm down, and then you get that spiritual guidance, that connection to your higher power, and then all of a sudden, you know, that's why so many people have their best ideas while they're in the shower, because they're not really thinking all the different things and thinking about washing their hair. and then all of a sudden the solution comes to them, or they went for a long walk.
Well, what about even when you get away for a vacation?
Well,
you know.
but that's the thing though, you don't necessarily have to, you don't have to go to a monastery, you don't have to go away, you can go for a
Retreat.
walk with no headphones. You know, I think the young people call it raw dogging, you know, you actually spend an hour without any kind of interference.
Oh, okay, which is good today. They
Which-
should do
well,
that.
that's the whole thing, it's so important, and the characters in the book talk about the importance of quieting the mind and letting thoughts settle so that you can tap into the solutions and the spiritual guides that we all need and we all have access to if we're open to receiving it. And a lot of people aren't open to receiving
That's very
it.
true, but
And that's why they always have the radio on. That's why they're always looking at their
Right.
phones, because they're almost afraid of where their thoughts or where that spiritual guidance is going to take them.
well, that's even true in business, like someone that owns a company or a corporate meeting group where they take everyone away and they brainstorm and then everybody goes off
Correct.
by themselves. I used to have a job like that. It was great. I used to go away a lot. And then all of a sudden, they're back in the meeting a day later and everybody's writing things on the board. And then together they make a really good decision.
Right. And you look at, and you do a lot of creative things. You're probably most creative when you kind of set yourself away from everything else. And that's one of the messages in the book, is the importance of insulating yourself when the monkeys are going crazy. You want them to calm down, and that's when you can really have your solutions and tap into that higher power within.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting because it's very deep. What do you think of it?
I have
you ever
three
done
kids.
that? Yes.
So I have 3 kids. I have 2 boys. One's 9, one is 11. Then I have a 16-year-old daughter.
Oh,
It's
you
never
poor
a
thing.
silence in my house. So
Now,
if,
I hear you.
if I get a couple of minutes of silence, I am totally doing what you were referring to as before and having what I call a brain mush. And I will go on the phone and scroll and just so I don't have to think about anything else. I'm like,
Now-
oh, there's nothing else going on right now. I can just not do
16-year-old daughters are tough. I had one.
anything. My daughter's actually an angel.
Good for you.
But it's the
16 to
boys.
18, 19. They get human again at 20. So there's hope. But, today there's so many, they want everything now, the girls, more than the boys, I think. Don't you think?
Again, my daughter is.
She's an ace.
She is. She convinced me to have more children, and then we were like, what did we do?
Oh, gosh, that's funny. That's really nice.
But no, it's very loud and always on the go in our house. But honestly, I wouldn't change it for
Good
anything.
for you. Well, then you know you did the right thing.
Yeah, when it is quiet, then that is when I worry that something is not right. The boys aren't fighting. The boys aren't laughing. Oh, what's going on? What are they doing?
Yeah, I think another thing that this book would be good for are people that are in transition from having their kids home. They went to college. And what do we do now? How do we get our brain to start slowing down and thinking of other things? Would this help somebody like that?
Well, it's not a how-to book. It's a story. The way I love to describe it is, from the carbon of chaos comes the diamond of self-actualization and realization. Meaning, this woman gets thrust into a very chaotic situation where with every turn becomes something even more bizarre, and it tests her internal mettle because she's got all these different opposing forces coming after her. And without that ability to kind of step aside and witness what's going on rather than get caught up in it, she would be a victim of that chaos, and she would not have the outcome that she was looking to have, because
Yeah.
she's a single mom and she's worried about how she's going to provide for her kid. The baby's father disappeared on her, and she's in a situation at work where she's looking for a promotion, and she had shared a secret with the fellow who passes away dramatically in the book, and she doesn't know if he ever told her secret to the widow, and she's afraid if the widow's aware of the secret, the widow who wants her to come back work for them is going to spill the beans and ruin her chance at the promotion. So she has all these
of
opposing
ifs,
forces working
right.
with each other, and if she's not stable, and if she's not cognizant of the importance of witnessing and not getting caught up in it, then it could be ruinous for her career and for her life.
Wow. Tempted by a dangerous offer and a man who stirs everything she's tried to forget, Grace discovers that in a world fueled by ambition and manipulation, love and loyalty come at a price.
There's a lot of moving parts to the book, and it's
Sounds great.
It was a lot of fun to write. It's a figment of my imagination. Everything in there is fiction, but it's based on what happened to either me or people I know. There's a lot of bizarre situations in there.
Now, did you do your own photo?
No, this. Thank you for bringing it up. This was done by Renee. Albarelli, who worked with me when I had 516 magazine, and she does book covers as a sideline. She did a beautiful job on that.
Oh, you should tell her to send me her information.
I will.
Because I get a lot of people that, ask me questions about, books.
Oh, she's
and
the
all that.
best. She's one of the most creative people I've ever met. She's a salt of the earth.
She's the Long Island girl?
She's a Long Island girl, North Shore. I'm a South Shore fella, but we got along. And no, she worked with me years ago when I had 516 magazine, which launched right around the corner from here, by the way.
That's funny.
And anyway, she made herself available for that.
And it also says here that, it's a slow burn novel about secrets that refuse to stay buried.
Well, that's the fellow who drops dead, not to spoil anything, but the fellow who drops dead is aware of the secret that the woman, the protagonist,
And she's trying to reinvent herself.
She's trying to reinvent herself. She's afraid if he shared the secret with the widow's going to use the secret against her, and she has to be nice to the widow. She has to help the widow bury this fella, and his passing opened up a whole Pandora's box of problems.
Wow.
So it's a
Sounds
crazy
very
90 hours.
interesting.
Yeah. Oh, I had a lot of fun weaving story elements in and out of it, and we even a little political commentary in there. One of the billionaire who comes in towards the end wants to run a company that does marketing with polling, and if you pay enough, you could get the results you want from the poll,
Oh,
regardless
wow.
of the results. Which I think is kind of interesting, because everybody quotes polls results as chapter and verse, and nobody ever looks at what questions were asked, who were they asked of. They just take the results that they want to hear and they use them. So it's
We have some pictures up there, Bobby. We could show the audience of the books and stuff, and of this very special man that I know for years and years.
yeah, the beach scene, by the way, is in Montauk.
It looks like
I was
it.
going to
It's
ask if it was a
beautiful.
Long Island beach. Yep.
Beautiful. And it was a crazy day, not so much a sunny day, it looks like.
You have to ask Renee.
Yeah.
All the creative stuff came from her.
Look at that cover. It's very, very nice. I like it. And it's big. It's one of those we call the big book. And there you are with Red Penguin Books.
There you go, Red Penguin.
Our head
Stephanie does a
penguin,
great
Stephanie, we adore her. I've all the women in my book that are in my book went to Stephanie and wrote their own book. And there she is. That's our fake Stephanie Red
She's
Penguin.
looked better, but yeah,
Yes.
no, that's
And everybody gets her penguin stuff. And she is now forming a brand new piece of the action with the books. Everybody that writes books now can travel, because she will be in different countries selling and marketing, writing a book. And now there's going to be a travel piece in that. And I met her way back when, and I used to do training with her, and I used to have Breakfast Club food and everything at a place, and she would then talk to people on how you write a book, and we did a whole class on it, and we did that for almost 2.5 years.
she was very helpful
So
throughout the whole process.
we've grown a lot with her, and she was doing that again yesterday, and it was nice. I saw 3 people from CMP yesterday.
Wow.
CMP is where we used to work. No matter how long you were there, it never leaves you.
No.
Because it was a loving company run by the Leeds family. And they were for women and men, and they were the first company on Long Island to put daycare in the organization. And we were right by the hospital, right across the street from North Shore. And they had a travel business in there too. It was the best job I ever had.
Travel and tourism news and business travel news.
Yes.
I remember.
They had like 40 magazines.
Yeah.
And this little old lady and man, the Mr. and Mrs. Leeds, who adored the people. And when they did give it up, they gave all of us a gift, which, who does that?
They were good people. I was only there a couple of years in the late 80s. I learned a ton while working there.
Me too.
And a lot of it you learned directly from Mr. Leeds and Mrs. Leeds.
Yes, and also they believed in charity. They gave you days off if you went and volunteered somewhere.
Well, there was, because I worked on a prototype for them. It was the first issue, and it was called Manufacturing Week. And the first issue went out the doors about 2 o'clock in the morning, and they gave it to the messenger to drive to New Jersey where the paper was printed. And Mr. Lees was very proud. He says, "You realize what went out that door cost $8 million, because that's how much they invested in the
Yeah.
newspaper." And I, being a wise ass, said, "And you realize you just gave it to a guy making $15 an hour." And after that, I wasn't invited to too many parties at the
God.
Lees.
They did a lot for the
They were good people, and I
people
learned
that
a lot.
needed help,
Yeah,
right.
yeah, no, they were good people.
But-
And afterwards, they started the Institute of Community
yes,
Development.
which I tried to get a job there, but I never got in there
Well, it
after
was-
everything went
well,
away.
What they did for all those students
Ah,
was
unbelievable. Yeah. So anyway, that was our
Background.
main stop. Yes. So now, how do people buy the book? How do they reach you? How do you like to be called?
Well, it's if you're in the Village of Babylon, there's a bookstore, Never Ending Story. It's on sale there. I'm working on the other local bookstores, and obviously go to the usual stops: Amazon,
Right.
Goodreads, Barnes and Noble. Anything that sells books, they're available there.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And he's also available to do private.
I do. I've done a couple of book club meetings already,
That's
which is
great.
a lot of fun.
Yes,
I learn a ton, and the book club members, we all seem to have fun. You know.
Yeah,
and-
they
and
love it. People that are attached to writing are
and
just
they don't hold back.
no. And what about libraries? Have you done any yet?
I haven't gotten to that yet. I'm working on that, but the book clubs thing, I really welcome any
Yeah,
opportunity.
the
to,
libraries you don't really sell books. You just
yeah,
sell yourself,
yeah.
and they go buy your book somewhere.
yeah.
Libraries don't allow you to sell anything while you're there.
They're
Kinda
funny like
stupid.
that, but
you
yeah.
know, it's dumb, really. But if they want it, they're going to find you. When you walk at the door, you're giving them a card. You know, and the card tells you where to go. But people don't realize some libraries are very cheap, and they'll only pay you $100 to do a book tour there. But the libraries in the Hamptons and certain areas are not quite as cheap. So again, I've been told once or twice, go to the Hamptons for a week, do books every day, and double the cost of your book.
Wow,
Because if the people in the Hamptons think you're too cheap, they won't buy it.
that's right.
So what gives here? Can you believe that? I just think it's crazy.
I'm not a Hamptons guy, so I wouldn't know. I'll have to take your word for it.
No, but I've heard this from a few people.
No, I believe it. I just, you know.
Yeah, it's true.
I don't get the Hamptons. I don't.
I-
I see the
it's-
conga line of cars going out
Well,
there every
that's the
Friday.
thing.
going,
You got to
"What's-"
drive there. You need a hotel room. It costs you like $350 for one night, and then if you go out to eat, it's another $150. So really, you know, you got to plan on making a lot of money if you go out there this
Yes,
summer.
I've heard that part.
But it is pretty different. It really is.
They might have extra time to read those books.
Yeah.
So that
Yes.
might be a good spot to actually try to go and
Yes.
promote the books on the beach, reading
Right.
a book.
Yes.
Well, we're
Kind
also-
of like a great thing to do.
I'm also working with a company, speaking of that, that wants to make a movie out of the book.
Well, that's a biggie.
Yeah, so that's hopefully. You know,
That's great.
well, it'll be great when it happens.
Yeah, well,
But-
that was my plan all along. And when I wrote the book, this one, I said that I know who wants to be the characters. I have the people that I want. And for this big book, little book, I wanted it to be Cagney and Lacey
Okay.
in this movie for the little girl that I wrote about, you know, two women, me and my friend, we'd need Cagney and Lacey to portray us. And how the little girl survived, but there was a lot of crap that went on in between.
You also have a generation of Americans who don't know who Cagney and Lacey.
Well, this is true.
I do
It
not.
it shows my age. No one knows
You
Cagney.
may wanna
I thought
update
you were
that
talking about
reference a
somebody
little bit,
personal
Yeah,
to you.
that's really funny. Yeah, look her up. They're actually two cops. They're like two cops. But anyway, so what was the best part for you of writing your book?
Seeing the cover meant a
Yeah.
lot to me, and what's really kind of neat, it's a bit also, I'm a huge Todd Rundgren fan,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a bit of a homage to Todd. I've been going to his shows for over 50 years. So one of the characters in the book is famous for having seen a play over 100 times. So I made up a fictional play, and the name of the play is Black Mariah, which is a Todd Rundgren song. And then songs are quoted throughout the book
Ah,
that that are from actual Todd songs. And I wanted to get permission from him, so I wrote him a letter, and he was playing at the theater in Patchogue last April, so I dropped it off, And about 2 weeks later, I got an email from his manager saying, Todd doesn't own the rights to the song anymore, but the fact that Todd read the letter that I sent him.
Oh, that means a lot.
Oh, that was huge. So, and I sent him a copy of the book, and I'm hoping he signs it and sends it back. But that was a big thrill, knowing that he even just knew that the book is out there and it involves him.
Well, anytime you get a letter or anything like from somebody that big, it's the
Well,
greatest.
What was fun when I'm talking to the manager on the phone, and he's explaining to me who owns the rights and whatnot. I said, "Wait a minute! So you tell me Todd wrote the letter, read the letter?" He says, "Yeah, he carried it from Long Island to he gave it to me in Atlanta." And I felt like a teenager. Like, "Ooh, Todd read it. He carried my letter, So it's kind of neat.
Well, this looks great. We're going to
thanks.
come back to it in a little
Sure.
bit. But now we're going to switch over to first. We always have a drink for our people on the.
I'm gonna
You're going to
pass.
pass? All right, there you go. We're going to just say.
We'll have a little
just
cheers
say
here.
salute. That's
Salute.
it.
if you don't mind.
People just have to do it because it's a luck thing. Good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck to you guys. Thanks, husband, for coming. And thank you, Susan. She's here dressed to the nines,
Yes.
making all kinds of nice pictures and doing all kinds of nice things. I could also offer you a Mr. Goodbar if you
No,
want.
I'm
No
trying-
candy
no.
for you? No
I'm
candy
okay
for you?
too, thank you.
Okay, well, it is chip day.
I mean,
So
we
you're
can
all
break
going to get
those.
a chip and cookies to go. That's for your
Now
wife.
the cookies, now you're talking.
Okay, and a little gift that we give out on the show as well.
Oh, that's nice.
Because we don't want you to forget us.
No, look
Thank
at my
you.
Valentine's Day shopping.
There you
That's
go.
great. Beautiful.
So, Dee Dee, I love the name Dee Dee. Just reminds me
My
of
dad and mom call me
a country
Dee, so you're
western
good.
or something, but you don't know country western, but it reminds me of a country western lady, Dee Dee.
Okay, we can go with
There
that.
used to be in Floral Park an ice cream parlor called Dee Dee's. I come from Floral Park. It's my life. So,
Kelly Clarkson.
yeah. She looks
I
like
look like Kelly Clarkson.
Yeah,
I
there you
have
go.
never been told that before.
Well, go back to that beautician. When did you get that hair done
That's
today?
Jennifer Farrell, hair by Jen.
Yeah, okay. Well, tell her to call me.
I
So,
will.
designed by me. Obviously, you're only in business how long?
So I've actually been in business for about 8 years.
Oh, I thought it was less.
I just opened up my own space.
So that's
last
a big
October.
new thing.
Yes. So previously, we've been going to people's houses or venues, schools, camps, and we do DIY crafts of all sorts of things.
DIY.
Yeah.
Explain what it is.
That's do it yourself.
There you go.
So we come in and we bring all the supplies and we instruct you how to do it, and then you make whatever it is that we're making for that day.
What happens when you have a dodo in the group, like me? I am not a craft person.
Every single time we have a craft, somebody always says, "You're gonna need to help me. I am, I'm not crafty at all. I need the help." And they always leave with their project, and they are
Really?
so proud of themselves. I did this on my own. It's like, yeah, you can do it. So it's the crafts that we offer. There's a lot of different types of crafts that we do, but it doesn't matter your experience or your craftiness level, or if you've ever picked up a paintbrush or a crochet hook. You're going to
Crochet.
learn something,
Mhm.
and you're going to leave with your project. So the hardest thing that we do is chunky knit blankets. And
Chunky knit blankets.
chunky knit blankets. And
That's cute.
no one ever believes that you're going to leave in 2 hours and have a blanket.
Is it? How big could it be?
May
in
I
2
show
hours?
you?
Yes.
Okay, I will bring
When I
it
think of
over.
a chunky knit blanket, I think of a chunky woman because she needs all that to keep.
Well, no,
I'm
it's
not going
a
anywhere
single
near
knit.
that.
So
Oh,
this was my Grinch
that is
Christmas
big.
blanket. So
In 2 hours, that was
2
made.
hours, yeah,
Wow.
yeah. And so normally you invite some friends over, or you come over to our place, and you pick your colors. You bring some food, you bring some drinks, and your favorite people.
You bring your own, or you bring your own food.
You bring your own food and drinks to us, or if we go to the restaurant, obviously you could order it there.
Right.
Or if we're going to somebody's house, they usually do like a board night. Different people bring
Yeah,
different types
yeah.
of
Everybody
things.
wants to eat and
It's-
drink.
Of course, it's a fun night in. So
That's
you
great.
eat, you socialize, and then you make your craft. So that is the chunky knit blanket. Because it's Valentine's Day, we're doing chunky knit pillows.
Look how, I love it.
And they're nice and soft.
It's a nice
They're
gift for
super
your wife
soft.
for Valentine's Day. How cute are these?
So,
Very.
Different times of the year, we do different.
They're so soft.
We do different.
Why are they
crafts.
so soft? Is the kind of
It's-
stuff you buy?
It's the chenille yarn.
Wow,
yes.
Susan,
Yeah, I
very nice. Very
so,
nice.
and these are done in like about an hour.
An hour?
Yeah.
Get out of town.
Uh-huh. and they're done with your hands. They're not done with any
Geez,
tools.
I might try something like that. Not the blanket.
You'd be able to. No, you can try the blanket. Everyone always says, I can't do the blanket. And then when they leave, like, people have literally hugged me. They're like, I did not think that I could make this. My
Wow.
husband's going to be so proud of me. My kids are going to steal this from me.
This is nice for a party,
So,
too.
Yes.
Like kids and adults.
Yeah.
Imagine putting a man in one of the heart things to make the heart. Look at him. He's like, I want to go.
Hey, you know what? Tonight we're at EGP in Oceanside, and we're doing these, and there are men signed up. This is not strictly a female thing.
Well, that's good.
Men do it
it's a
too.
partner thing, too.
Yeah.
Wow. I like the heart.
And it's for kids and adults. So the blanket and the pillows, they're more like your teen to adult.
Yeah.
But for kids, we do scarves. So that's like what I call Chunky Knit 101. So you learn the scarf. And we've had kids like us.
Are the scarves like this, the chunky?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's a little bit thinner than this one, but it's still thick and you use your hands. And I've had like 7-year-olds make a scarf in an hour.
An hour.
Yeah, yeah.
What
Jeez.
is that filled with?
It's got polyfill in it.
Oh.
Yeah,
Is
like
that
you would put-
allergic free? Polyfill? Probably.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Has to be.
I'm allergic to everything, and this
Are
is
you?
fine for me. So.
And
So,
so,
yes.
and then I know you do. What's with this lipstick thing? Because I think I want to try that.
Oh, that's the
You
lip
make
gloss and scrub
lipstick?
party. Yes. So you get to create your own custom lip gloss color. So it's really nice. You have your base, and you get to see all the different pigments that you can put into the different types of pigments. And then you add like your nutrients, like your vitamins and your oils.
And how do you do this? In a little cup?
You mix it up, yeah, in a
And
bowl.
how does it get
in a
hard?
bowl. Well, it's lip gloss, so it's not a lipstick, it's lip
Oh,
gloss.
so you pour it into
So
a
after
container?
you get everything into it, you suck it up with a little plastic syringe, you package it into a lip gloss container, and then we do a body scrub, which is a lot of fun.
Body, you mean you do your own body or
Yeah.
you do someone else's?
You make it, and then you can use it when you go home. But we're making it, not using it at our workshops.
Okay. I thought maybe it was a couple's.
No. So it's a sugar scrub.
Oh, this took a
so
turn
you
I wasn't
have.
We try to make people laugh too on
That
this
might
show.
be a different workshop that
Think
we can
about it.
integrate.
Let me tell you something. They have the couples. One of our clients is Tranquility Spa,
Okay.
and they have the couples massage in a room that is called a hot room that has lights and sand, and it's really different, and they're doing pretty good.
Oh, well.
Yeah, so
Hey,
anyway,
listen, my friends on Facebook that are going to be watching, you let us know if we want to incorporate this type of workshop.
yeah,
in
and
the
they have a
future.
room. If you had a group, you can use,
Mm.
and it's all decorated for people that are into just themselves, and it would be a good idea for you.
Yeah.
Tranquility Spa, Franklin Square.
I
Then
know
right
it.
down-
I know it.
Do
Yes.
you know
I
Angela
do.
and Ed?
I don't know them personally, but I know of the place.
They're one of my clients.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay.
So we do a lot with them as well.
Oh.
All right. So then, and what about something else? Did you bring? Oh,
yeah,
what is
so
this?
you were actually talking about puzzles.
Puzzles.
So,
Susan likes
National
puzzles.
Puzzle Day. So this is one of our more popular workshops. This is our our mosaic glass art, and this is
Oh.
like a puzzle. So it's a resin workshop. So you get to learn how to mix up
Look at this.
resin, and
Wow.
you pour it on, and then there's a template that goes underneath, and you're taking all these crushed glass pieces and shells and other
I
embellishments.
probably cut my
And
finger
you
with
place
the
them
puzzle.
in.
Yes.
You're not going to cut yourself. It's tumbled glass.
Mhm.
This is for all ages too. We have like
That's
kids.
good for a man. To
Oh,
make,
a lot of
make
men do this.
stained glass.
A lot of men. There's a lot of different templates. We have sport templates. We have nautical. We have hearts. So it's, or you can go abstract and do your own thing. You don't even need a template to do it.
Wow.
But it's very therapeutic because you're like piecing them all together, and it ends up being really nice at the end. This is another one this is good for the kids. This is stained glass, so it's a painting workshop, and then
Oh,
another
that's painting.
Mhm,
Okay.
that's painting,
Mhm.
and then this is pressed flowers.
Oh, that's the fresh flowers, right?
Yep, well, it's
Yeah.
dried flowers. So that's another resin workshop as well. We do painting like charcuterie trays. We do wreath making. We also do sourdough classes because that's like
Making the bread.
super
and do you
huge
make
right
it
now.
right there or no?
You make the dough
Bring it
right
home.
there. Yeah, and then you bring it home.
Well, you really have a big assortment.
We do
it's
a
not
lot of-
just one thing.
Yes, I like to collaborate. So the dough, she's a baker from Franklin Square,
Oh.
OMG's Baked Goods. So
Oh.
she does their classes there as well. We're going to have a cupcake decorating workshop with her coming up for Valentine's Day. So it's a DIY everything.
That's terrific.
Yes.
I can't believe how much you have, though. Now, you used to do this at home,
Yeah.
so you got unloaded from your house all this stuff now into your rental place?
So, yes.
That's good.
So on the way here, I'm going to tell this story. My husband's sitting over there. I was saying to him, like, oh, should I tell the story on how I got started? And he's like, no, don't do it. So now I'm going to say it. So I've always been like a hobbyist, like a creative person. And after each pregnancy, I would gather more things in the house, more hobbies, different things that I was doing. And when I was done having kids, he's like, so what are we going to do with this all? And I was like, oh, you know what? I'm going to make it into a business. And
Good
that's
for
how
you.
that's how it formed. So my youngest is 9, and I've been in business for about 8 years.
That's terrific.
Wow.
So I got a place in West Hempstead at Cherry Valley Sports.
It's got a big parking lot,
Yes, it does.
plenty of parking.
Used to be the old Island Garden, and it's more of like a community
Yes.
center in there. So they house like sporting stuff like soccer and basketball and boxing, but they also have a Pilates studio, a hair and nail place
And they
in
also
there.
do tournaments,
They do
right?
a lot of tournaments. So the theory behind me opening there was the moms with multiple kids. If you're dropping off
Yes.
one kid for soccer, now you can come upstairs with your other kids that don't want to sit there and
That's
watch the
terrific.
soccer, that you can come in and craft. Or if you're just a parent that wants to break away from the sports for a couple of minutes and come be creative, you can come upstairs and
That was a great
Get on
idea
that.
because I know that place is filled with mothers, fathers, kids, because of the tournaments they have. It's so competitive right now.
yeah,
And now, is there a elevator or no? Because I
it
would
is a
think,
walk up.
yeah, old people might have trouble getting upstairs, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's stairs. I haven't had an issue yet, but
Well, that's good.
there is a recovery room up there as well.
A recovery room? What does that mean?
People whose muscles are sore, they can go up there for like massage and stuff like that.
Oh.
So if they can make it up the stairs, you'll be okay. But it is a walk
How
up.
many? 10? 10 steps?
It's about 15 stairs.
Yeah, that's an old building. Yes.
I used to go to wrestling matches there.
Yes.
Yeah, they do have wrestling matches there now currently as well, like kickboxing and wrestling, and they even have like Pokemon shows.
But
and-
everybody doesn't know that wall that's in there.
No, that's
Tell them about my show. They need to have some marketing done so people
Oh.
know.
He would like to actually talk to you. We'll talk
Okay.
about that later.
All right. Well, that's great. I mean, that's the thing is I lived that close and I didn't know what was in there. All I thought they did was play basketball and they all had thousands
is
of cars. There
not.
was nowhere to park.
Well, the Nets basketball started there. The Nets
Oh,
basketball
it was
started
Island
there.
Garden for
Julie
basketball,
Serving,
yes.
yeah, before they were in the Coliseum.
Yes. Yes,
Well,
and
that's great. And you love it. It's all over you. You're beaming. I
thanks.
mean, you are. You can see you really love what you do. And
I
that's the
do.
key to life.
Well, it is because I wasn't always in to this type of stuff. I was in finance. I was in hospital work.
Oh,
Um,
boring.
So about 2.5 years ago, it had gotten to the point where I didn't need to be in finance anymore.
Mm,
So
that's great.
ironically, how your book is about getting laid off and
Yes.
moving on from there. That's how I was able to branch my business bigger. Was I got laid off from this company, and I decided to focus on my business. They then rehired me back once they got their finances back into order, and my business at that point had gotten to the point where I couldn't do both, so I had to then
Take a
leave.
choice,
Yes,
But
but it was one of
again,
the
yeah.
best things that I did because after I left, it
your
tripled.
life.
Yes.
And in the corporate world now, I don't know if you've heard this, they're going into this thing for employees, which is, be calm, be this, be yourself, where they're bringing actual people in to keep people stress-free, more than they used to.
Right. Well, even in the schools, they're teaching yoga and meditation to
Right.
the students.
Right,
And I really think that pendulum is going to swing back more and more towards that.
right.
And even the crafting is kind of an
That
example
could
of
be
that.
brought
because,
into corporate now, what you're saying.
you
for
talk
2
about raising
hours.
kids. I'm one of 13, and
Wow.
so the house is always all before car seats. which
A
is-
little bit more than
Jeez,
3.
13 kids.
Well, it's a different era, and car seats are the most effective form of birth control known to mankind. So it's, but my mother at night would sit in the corner and hook a rug, and that was her Zen moment. That's when she would
Right.
just shut out the world. So the crafting is a really good example of trying to quiet everything that's going on.
Right.
And so I'm not surprised that you're having that success with it, because I think people are looking for ways to express themselves and just kind of separate from all
From the work and the
chaos going on in the
work-life
world.
balance. And the other thing is, when I worked at CMP, we would bring people in selling pocketbooks, all kinds of things. And so this would be different, not for CMP, but in general for a corporation that's looking to, just change the whole balance of
Well,
work
they're
and
finding
life.
that the employees who have peace of mind are much more productive,
Yes.
as opposed to the ones who were fighting over who left the mess in the microwave.
Oh,
you know,
yeah, exactly. That kitchen was always a disaster.
Well, no, in general.
Signs all over, even in the men's and ladies' room. Clean up. I'm like, who does this mess? You live like this at home?
Well, Pete did the best he could, but the idea is when you have that calmness, when you have that outlet,
yep.
yeah, it changes how you approach life, and all of a sudden, not everything is life and death, and you
Right.
start to be a better person, and you
It's
enjoy your
very
life
true.
more.
Well, that
right?
is very true.
So, with the stuff that we do, the types of crafts that we do, one thing that's different, as opposed to like a paint night, a canvas paint night, it's not something where you have to listen to step-by-step instructions. So you're
Right.
getting a set of instructions, and then you're getting help from us the
Which
rest
is
of the way.
nice.
But you can socialize, you can still drink, and all the time people are saying to me, this was so therapeutic.
Right.
Right.
Like, this was so much more enjoyable than I thought it was going to be.
And you also, I'm sure they say time just flew by, because
Yes.
when you stop focusing on everything, and the next thing you know, it's an hour later, and geez, how'd that happen?
Yep.
You know? And then
No, it's
they get
really
to walk
true,
away with a
definitely.
blanket, which is really cool.
Yeah.
It's a
And
sense
you
of
know,
accomplishment.
I mean, I remember we used to bring insurance people in. Now you bring something like this, the people are going to be loving it. We
It's
used to bring
different,
insurance
yes.
people in to say, you need this, you need that, buy this, buy that. Everybody has insurance now, and if they're going to buy it, they're going to.
Well, it's also
not
one more
sit in a
thing for them
group.
to think about, whereas
Right.
this is kind of, you can enjoy yourself, and when you there's an old saying, the Buddhist saying, when you look for to look for enlightenment, chop wood and carry water, and once you're enlightened, you chop wood and you carry water.
Yeah,
So
it's very true.
when you're doing something very basic and fundamental, I mean, it's involved, but it's not. It helps you calm everything.
Yeah, it's very
It helps
true.
your thought processes. So I'm not surprised you're having that success. I think
Yeah,
it's a
I'm
good
not
idea.
either. I
Thank
think
you.
it's great. You're going to need another one of you.
I
a
hope.
helper.
That's
Now,
it.
is your older daughter, does she like it, or she, no, I'm not
She works with
interested.
me. It's,
Oh,
it's a
that's
family
good.
business. My husband works with me. My daughter works with me.
That's great.
Even my boys, I know they're young, but they're always asking, is there something that I can do? Or, can we go up to the store and help you up there? So they're
That's
all very
great.
supportive, and they're very,
Terrific.
yes.
I'm sure you probably have the Girl Scouts come in once in a while, too.
I do a lot of Girl Scout events. I'm actually their reward for Mags and Munchies
Oh.
for Nassau County. So I go to council in December, and like the top sellers for Mags and Munchies, they get to do something with me.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, and I go to
You've
meetings.
really planned this out terrific. I gotta tell you,
Thanks.
very impressed with you.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
It's not easy to do this. I know, because I've been working on myself for
You
years.
should come to our workshops.
Yeah, maybe Susan and I'll
Can
come
she
once.
sing?
Can
you
I sing? So, little fun fact about me is that I was actually in 3 off-Broadway plays.
Get the hell
Yes.
out! Well, next time
My
you
kids
sing.
don't believe me though.
Do you
but
sing well? Yes.
Look at my husband, look at this guy. I think I sing pretty well, and do not ask me, I will not do it, but I
No.
think I do.
But you see, this is the thing. What you do your whole life guides you into other things.
Mm-hmm.
And look at you. I mean, I'm encouraged by you too, because I still want to learn more. But again, this is something they make fun of me at my home. You can't make anything crafty.
You're the perfect person to come then,
You
because I
know.
will prove you wrong, and you will leave very satisfied
Yeah.
and accomplished.
Well, it's quite impressive. Now, how do people reach you? We corrected all the notes on
Thank you.
Facebook, so
Thank you.
we had put down the wrong email or whatever, but we got in time last
Thank
night
you.
to do it. So, how do people reach you? Can you show Bobby some of the crafts up there and the people that handled some classes there? Thank you.
Great. So I'm on Facebook. Those are the
There's the
chunky
blanket
blankets.
ladies.
Yes, those are the chunky blankets. So I'm on Facebook and Instagram, at Designed by Me. So that's DEESIGNEDBYME.
And this is what? This is a actual schedule?
That was January's schedule.
You're busy.
There are some workshops in February that are coming up. This is the stained glass that I was showing before. There's a couple of Valentine's things coming up. There will be a mini camp during winter break in February. And we do birthday parties. For adults and kids, we do airbrushing. We do all
I
sorts
thought
of
it was
things.
wonderful. You made one for me. Has my name on it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then I have a website for the upcoming events. You can go to dbm-hq.com/upcoming-events, and then all the upcoming workshops will be on there.
That's
And again, we do
terrific.
private parties. So if you ever have a group of like 6 friends or more, you could have your own event. We can
So
do
now
that.
what kind of price ranges? It depends on the craft,
Depends.
obviously.
So between 30 and 75.
And you bring your own food and drink?
You can bring your own food and drink. I can also order in for you.
Right. Like a pizza or something
Yeah.
like that.
Mhm.
So how do you, the little hearts,
Uh-huh.
let's say I wanted to buy one or two. How much do they cost?
You know, I haven't sold them, but the workshop is $40 for 2.
For two
For two
pillars.
hearts,
That's
yes.
pretty good.
Yeah.
So if you have a good slob over there that wants to make them, let me know. No, because I want mine in turquoise. I'll
got
order
it.
them, turquoise. My living room is turquoise and a little beige, turquoise and white and beige.
I got you.
Yeah. So, because that's a nice gift to give to someone that's sick, because it's so sore for your head when you're laying in bed. Old people. I know I don't look
You
my
don't have
age,
to be
but
old
I'm
to
old.
appreciate soft. My 9-year-old's got like 9 of those blankets on his bed, and he won't give any one of them up because he loves them all.
Yeah,
So-
that's pretty good. So what do you think? You want to try and make a blanket?
No.
No.
You can do it.
No, it's, in fact, you knew my mother was expecting when she started hooking a rug. And you come home and she'd be hooking a rug, you're like, oh, son of a bitch.
So you have 13 rugs, and you had 13 rugs in your
Basically,
house.
yeah, 13 rugs in the house, yeah.
Wow. So we do also on the show is we do have performers if you ever need anything for a party. But tonight we after the show once a week we go out to the Polo Lounge. Have you ever been there in Westbury? It's
Yes.
Westbury Manor's little lounge.
Yeah.
It is like going to Copa, and we go every Thursday night. This Thursday, his name is who's going, Susan? The Polo.
Oh, Billy Mira.
Billy Mira, and he is a blast. If you ever want to take your wife out to a nice little evening, Thursday's Billy Mira, Friday's Eddie Sessa, he's a Sinatra singer, and Saturday is more or less a Indianish kind of man that plays beautiful piano. And if you ever go, tell them the Breakfast Club sent you. And it's a nice date night. It almost feels like you're back in the city. You get dressed and the tables are cozy and it's really a night. The food is delicious. And you could either sit at the bar if you want because it's cheaper or have dinner. And so we promote them all the time. And then on Valentine's Day, we have a group going to Monroe's. Have you been to Monroe's in
No.
Westbury?
No?
You gotta go.
Okay.
Two sons and a dad, and they have a huge Westbury Valentine's Day coming up. We have people coming with us. If you're interested, look on my Facebook if you want to join us. Right now we have like 24 people coming, and Bob D'Amato, do you know him? He's a singer.
No.
He's like a singer that sings everything in the 50s, 40s, you know, and gets everyone up on the floor, and it's a fun night out for Valentine's Day. And anything else you need, we basically do here and we know about. But we're going to play a little game because we always like to shock people a little bit. Tell me something you don't know anything about.
Ooh, that's a long list. Something I don't know anything about. What's that? Something I don't know anything about.
Well, we could change it. You want to pick another one?
No, actually, it's kind of intriguing.
I knew it.
Something I don't know anything about. Mountain climbing.
Oh, I wouldn't want to know about it. Would you try it?
No. That's why I don't know anything about it.
Okay. Here's one for you.
Okay.
Something frightening.
Mountain climbing.
Ah, there you go. They both agree. Okay.
My sister is actually a professional mountain climber, and I would never.
No, huh? You gotta be in great shape. All right. Something gooey.
Something gooey.
Marshmallows.
Yeah, marshmallows, fudge that hasn't
Okay,
quite
that's good.
solidified.
We have slime workshops, so that's coming to
You
mind.
do
for
that
me.
too?
We do
Oh, my
slime,
grandchildren would love
yes.
We used the something gooey once, and we got so many responses. Somebody said, the president's hair.
Is gooey?
Well, yeah, it's always got all the gook in it.
Ah, I would think
You have
extremely
no
stiff.
idea how many ticks we got on that one.
Hmm.
So, but anyway, getting back to everything that can happen in your life, which is really a little bit about
Right.
your change and also your change from when you worked in corporate and
Yep.
in financial, boring accounting. And in life, anything could change. I believe, I profess always. Someone ever says to you, I'm bored, I'm sick of the job, whatever, volunteer once. When you volunteer, you're with people that want to be there. They don't have to be there. They're the nicest people in the world, and they help you. And that was one of my last things that happened to me. And I will be in a movie coming out in about 4 weeks in
Oh, how
either
cool.
the Franklin Square movie or the Malvern movie. And it's called Max. And if you don't want to go to the movies, you can watch it on YouTube.
That's so cool.
And it's called Max, and it's about a mother and her son who is in the autistic world, and he falls in love. And I'm in a new feature, which is going to be hopefully pretty soon coming to Long Island, and it's about all in the family, all in the familiar. It's an Italian family. It's called the Fontanas. I play the mother, and it's a dysfunctional Italian family, and that's for you too. So I wanted you to know about those two things, because we're going to be having events for them, and it's a great night out. We have a lot of laughs and a lot of fun. And that happened, why? Because I volunteered at the film festivals. If you
Oh,
like
how
films.
cool.
Years ago, there was a group, when I had the magazine, we used to do a lot of street festivals and events like walkathons and things like that.
Right.
And there was a fellow named John Nelson who ran a group called Singles for Charity. And
I think I do remember that
He did
guy.
this before the internet, before you actually had to rely on fax machines. And basically, you had a roster of single people, and they would have a T-shirt that said "Singles for Charities," and they would make themselves available for events that needed volunteers, like walkathons to hand out water, or anywhere where they needed bodies to work for free. And they basically they would reach out to John, the event that needed volunteers, and say, "John, we need 20 people to hand out cups of water." And he would send out a message to all his members, Sunday mornings, Saturday afternoons, and they would meet and they would work together. And it was a great way for single people to kind of meet each
Yes.
other in a very unthreatening, very comfortable environment.
Yes, and that's a good way.
And then he got married, and she wouldn't let him run the thing out
Oh,
anymore.
well, that I believe.
But it always struck me as something the right person could really have a field day with something
Yeah, well,
like
we
that.
have put some people together.
Thank you.
And we used to do the speed networking and all that.
Right.
But everything kept growing and growing. And we're getting down to the bottom here, so I'm going to ask you both to ring the bell when we're done. We ring the bell. And basically, thank everyone that supported the show today, our sponsors. I love hearing about what you do, Dee Dee.
Thank you.
And Michael, you just surprise me every time I run into you.
Well, I tried.
But I hear about things you do because I have that little habit of getting information like a reporter.
Uh-oh.
Because I worked for reporters.
Yeah, you did.
And I got to tell you, reporters are great. They scare you when you work for them. But they are great people to have as friends because they have a Rolodex. And they never give up their Rolodex. And you can find out so much by working next to a reporter. And I did that for 15 years. And
Tina, you're going to have to update your references, because there's a generation that don't know what a Rolodex is.
I know that. You're right.
You can
right.
tell I work with younger people. Really.
Yes. There you go. And these are for your friends if you want to
Thank
give
you.
them out. And these are for you and anybody
Beautiful.
you know.
Thank you.
And, you know, we have a great time on the show. We like to help everyone. Whatever anyone needs in general, if you call the Breakfast Club, we'll figure it out. If we can't do it, we'll find someone that can
See,
do
I've
it.
often said Long Island is the world's largest small town. If you think about it, right? I mean, we're 124 separate communities, but in reality, we're also the world's largest dead end.
Yeah.
Right.
And I went for the I Love Long Island job, and I didn't get it because I was too smart, too old, and made too much money. And that's how this whole club started. So I'd like to thank you all. I hope you had a good
That was
time.
blessed.
Absolutely.
And
Thank you.
I'm going to ask you all when I pick up the red bell to ring it. We usually throw balls, but I forgot the balls today, so we're not throwing balls.
I hate when that happens.
Yeah, and we have a lot of fun with people in all different cultures. Anybody's welcome, and we love the kids. So on that note, that's a wrap.
Beautiful.